Okay, linear equations involving fractions. See, I told you we'd kind of start out easy and it's gradually going to get a little bit more difficult. This is something that you guys tend to struggle with. Why? Because you absolutely hate fractions, right? We use fractions every day. Anytime you have cents instead of dollars, those are fractions. All right, let me again step you through a little bit of the recipe. All right, so the key here is going to be getting rid of the fractions first. All right, and once we can get rid of the fractions, you'll see we're just back to some of the simple examples that we've already seen with just integers. All right, and to get rid of the fractions, our first step is going to be to multiply every term by the least common denominator. All right, so when I look at this problem on the right side, 1/4 x equals 7 over 2, I look at my two denominators. I have a 4 and I have a 2. And what is the least common denominator? Meaning, right, you guys tend to start guessing. Some of you say 4, some of you say 2, some of you say 8. Let's just look at 4 and 2. And I want to see if one of those numbers, they'll both divide into evenly. All right, and I know some of you are thinking 2, so sure, let's try it. All right, I think, okay, well, 2 is my least common denominator. All right, 2 divides into 2. Sure, it divides in one time. Does 4 divide into 2? No, it does not. That's impossible because 4 is bigger than 2. All right, so let's switch it. Let's try 4. Obviously, 4 divides into 4. Yep, one time. And does 2 divide into 4? Yes, it does. All right, and so according to my first step here, I want to then multiply every single term by 4. All right, how do we multiply fractions? Keep in mind, guys, we multiply straight across. All right, and so that's why sometimes you'll see me actually write it as 4 over 1. I only do that not expecting you to write it that way, but for you guys to remember we multiply straight across. Well, before I multiply straight across, I ask myself, can I simplify these fractions first? And the answer is yes, we can. Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. All right, and so how are we simplifying the fractions? All right, so let me grab my pen here, and I'm going to choose a color. All right, we got red. All right, and so 4 right here divides into 4 one time. And so I can cancel them. You guys might remember this as cross-canceling. All right, what about over here and on the right? 2 goes into itself one time. 2 goes into 4 two times. All right, and so what does that leave me? Since everything canceled over here, that leaves me just the x. And then over here on the right, I have the 7, and I have this 2, and I'm multiplying them, so I get 7 times 2, or 14. And so that is my final answer. All right, and I do have a couple more video examples for you guys, and so you can see these. If you are someone who falls into that bucket of hating fractions or struggling with fractions, I have two different examples where I've worked out some problems like this. All right.